All right, I'm gonna mute you and get us started. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and come to a cross-legged seat. And take a few moments, close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just start to feel into the sensations in your body. Let the hands rest as comfortably as you can on your lap. And just go ahead and take a few moments to connect to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Allow each in-breath to expand your abdomen, rib cage, and chest. And each out-breath to create a subtle recoiling inward of the chest, rib cage, and abdomen. Noticing where, if anywhere in your body, you're holding tension, and try to relax that tension. And while your eyes are closed and you're in this still space, just let your chin descend toward the chest so you can stretch out the back of the neck. Allow the shoulders to drop, the chest to remain open and to draw upwards. Keep rooting your sits bones down and just feel the stretch in the back of the neck. It might move down into the upper back a little bit. And then gently inhale, trace your chin along your right collarbone and let the right ear drop toward the right shoulder so you feel a good stretch along the left side of the neck. Keep rooting the left seat and relax the left shoulder. Body's going to try to tip a little bit to the right as you do this. You're going to keep it centered. Good, then carefully exhale, trace the chin back down to the starting point, down toward the chest. And then carefully inhale, trace the chin along the left collarbone. Let the left ear drop toward the left shoulder and let yourself feel a stretch on the right side of the neck. Relaxing tension from the shoulders and just finding your breath. Keep rooting the right seat. And then as you exhale, carefully trace the chin back down. And then when you go to inhale, you're going to bring the head up and chin up and come into Ujjayi. So inhaling, contracting the back of the throat. And drawing the chin up and slightly forward so you feel stretch along the front of the neck. Avoid letting the head drop back onto the upper back, so let the chin drop forward and up a little bit. Good, then we'll exhale, carefully return the chin back to center, keeping the chin parallel to the mat and taking a few more breaths in Ujjayi, slow, deep, steady breaths. Good, then on the next in-breath, let's go ahead and sweep the arms up, spiraling the triceps inward, connecting the palms and the pinkies overhead. Allow your spine to lengthen. And then exhale, hands in prayer at the center of your chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, slowly sweeping the arms up, spiraling the triceps inward, connecting the palms and pinkies overhead. And then exhaling, hands in prayer at center. And 1 more time. Inhale, slowly sweeping the arms up, spiraling the triceps inward, connecting the palms and pinkies overhead. And then exhale, hands in prayer at center. Let's go ahead and release the hands onto the lap. Gently blink your eyes open. So let's go ahead and switch the cross of the legs. Opposite leg in front or on top. Reroot the seat. Sit up tall. Find center. Inhale, draw the tailbone back. Lift your chest. Allow your collarbones to broaden as you look up. Then exhale, tilt the tailbone between the thighs. Hollow out the belly, round the spine, look inward. And again, inhale, tailbone back, shoulders back, chest lifts. Exhale, tailbone between the thighs, hollow out the belly, round the spine, look inward. And 1 more time. Inhale, tailbone back, shoulders back, chest lifts. And then exhale, tailbone between the thighs, hollow out the belly, round the spine, look inward. Now inhale, restack the spine. Exhale, bring the fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, draw the tailbone back, lift your chest, and exhale, keeping the seat rooted, hinge from the hips and fold forward. Lengthen through your spine, bringing the forehead down toward or to the mat, and keep softening the chest. Let the shoulders draw back and really connect to your breath here. Feel a release in the lower back, in the hips. Good. Now let's inhale, slowly bring the spine back up. Draw the shoulders back and down, and then exhale, rotate the upper body to the right, left arm to the outside of the right thigh, right arm is behind you. Inhale, lifting and lengthening the spine, exhaling, adding a gentle twist. And again, inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, gentle twist. Good. On the next in-breath, let's return the spine to center. And then let's exhale, rotate the upper body to the left, right arm to the outside of the left thigh, left arm is behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, gentle twist, and we'll do another breath like this. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, gentle twist. Good. On the next in-breath, bring the spine back home to center. Draw the shoulders back. Let's take a little bit of a side bend. So let's bring the right palm down to the earth and kind of externally rotate the shoulders, turning your fingertips a little bit to the right. Root the left seat. Inhale, the left arm rises. Now exhale, up and over to your right. You can even bring your forearm down if that's available to you. Take a nice big stretch. Really root the left seat, fan the left rib cage out, looking toward that left bicep, and really feel the rib cage muscle stretch. Keep plugging that left shoulder in. Good. Then we'll inhale, bring the spine and the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left arm down. Externally rotate the shoulder. Root the right seat. Inhale, the right arm rises. And then exhale, up and over to your left. Maybe the left forearm comes down. Really press the left buttock down. Sorry, right buttock down. Draw the right shoulder back. Fan that right rib cage out. Keep plugging the right shoulder in, looking towards your right bicep. Good. Now let's inhale, restack the spine. And exhale, release the arms. Nice. Let's come up to all fours, placing the wrists directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. You go ahead and draw the shoulders back. Spread your fingers out wide. Pull your belly in. Tuck your toes. Let's exhale. Tilt the tailbone between the thighs. Hollow out the abdomen. Round the thoracic spine. Rock back a little bit in your angry cat as you look inward. Really stretch that back. Then inhale, point the toes, lengthen the tailbone, unfurl the spine, shoulders back, chest forward, cow. Again, exhale, tuck your toes, hollow out your belly, round your thoracic spine, rock back slightly in cat. Then inhale, point the toes, lengthen the tailbone, unfurl the spine, shoulders back, chest forward, cow. One more time. Exhale, tuck toes, hollow out your abdomen, round thoracic spine, rock back slightly, cat. And then inhale, point the toes, lengthen the tailbone, unfurl the spine, cow. Good. Now return to neutral spine, pull the belly in and tuck your toes. We're going to keep the left knee underneath the left hip. Let's open the right leg out to the right. Line the right inner heel up with your left inner knee, toes point in the direction that your fingertips are pointing in. Draw your hips back and pull your belly in. Make sure that you avoid going sway back. So I have a tendency to stick my buttocks out. I have to really pull my belly in and lengthen the tailbone. Really want you to step down into your right foot. Feel that right inner thigh, kind of do some work here. Now we're going to exhale, walk the upper body to the left. Keeping your hands about shoulder width apart. Take a moment to tuck the left seat underneath you, step into the right foot, and then inhale, reach your right arm up. So you're opening your chest up toward the short side of your mat, and you're looking up toward the ceiling as you reach your right arm up. Keep stepping into the right foot. Now sweep the right arm up and over in line with your face, and start to add a little rotation of the left rib cage up toward the ceiling. Looks good. Breathe. Plug that right shoulder in. Feel the left buttock work. Now inhale, the right arm rises. Exhale, the right hand down to the inside of the left hand. Inhale, return the spine to center. Press your palms into the mat. Next in-breath, sweep the right leg straight back, squaring your right hip, flexing your right foot, pushing away from gravity, and make sure you have even weight in both hands. Draw the shoulders back. Now we're going to bring the ball of the right foot down, setting up for a three-legged plank, pressing into the ball of the right foot. Inhale, extend your left leg straight back. Push away from gravity here, square the left hip forward, connect to your breath, Hold your plank for 3 more slow, deep, steady breaths. Shoulders are back. Pull the abdominals in. Push away from the mat. Good. Now we're going to exhale. Bring the left knee underneath the left hip, followed by the right knee. Tuck your toes for a moment. Shake out your hips a little bit as you need to. All right, so we'll do the other side. Pressing the hands into the mat, right knee underneath the hip. Step your left foot out to the left. Line the inner heel up with the right inner knee. Draw your buttocks back, pull your belly in, avoid going sway back, push away from gravity, step strongly into the left foot. Then we're going to exhale, walk the upper body around to the right, tuck the right seat underneath you. Then inhale, start to float your left arm up, looking up toward the ceiling, left wrist in line with the left shoulder. Looks good. Now really tuck the right seat underneath you, sweep your left arm up and over, plug the left shoulder in, and open up toward the ceiling. Feeling the right buttock work. Keep drawing the right shoulder down, away from your ear. Pressing into the mat with your right hand and your left foot. Good. Now inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, the left arm down next to the right hand. Inhale, return the spine to center. Next in breath, sweep the left leg straight back, flex your left foot. Draw the left hip forward. Now we're going to bring the ball of the left foot down, push away from gravity. Pull your belly in and inhale, float your right leg up to a 3-legged plank, holding square here. Draw the shoulders back, chest forward. 3 slow, deep, steady breaths. Keep pushing through the mat. Good. Now we're going to bring the right foot down to plank. Hold your plank, connect. Inhale. Then exhale, the hips up and the heels back to your downward facing dog pose. Sending your seat back and up. Draw the chest toward the thighs. Allow the collarbones to broaden and really connect to your breath. So we're going to make sure the fingers are spread out wide. Your hands are rooting down into the thumb, pointer, and pinky fingers, as well as the inner and outer edges of the palms of the hands. The shoulders glide back as if you were going to put them in back pockets. You're sending your seat up as your heels draw down. Make sure you look at your feet. They're hip width and parallel. You're really pulling your abdominals in and sending the front of the hips up and back so you feel a big stretch along the back line. Good. Now from here, we're going to go ahead, exhale. Let's step the right foot forward, toes in line with the fingers. Stay low. We're going to go ahead, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, straighten out the right leg. Lengthen your spine forward, then exhale, bend the right knee. 2 more times like that. Inhale, straighten out the right leg, draw the right hip back. Exhale, straighten out, bend the right knee. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten out the right leg. Good. Exhale, bend the right knee. We're going to stay low here. Let the arms be hang down for a moment. You're going to inhale, bring your spine up so the arms frame your hips. Draw the shoulders back, puff the chest out, and push the wall behind you, away from you. Keep drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Really connect to the ball of the back foot. Root into the big toe side of the right foot. Puff your chest forward. Now turn the palms up and inhale, sweep the arms up. Plug your shoulders in, look up toward the ceiling, connect to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's do another breath like that. Keep drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Now we're going to turn the palms away from us. Exhale, the arms back as the chest goes forward. See if you can find some more space. Maybe sink into the hips. Good. Next exhale, hinge at the hips. Bring the hands down. Left wrist underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, the right arm rises, rotating the left rib cage to the right. Draw the right hip back. Press into the left hand and see if you can use that as leverage to rotate a little deeper to the right, reaching your right hand or fingertips back toward the left side of the room. Good. Then exhale, sweeping the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Traction the tricep to the inner knee. Keep your back foot squared. Inhale, the left arm rises. Look up toward the left wrist. It's in line with the left shoulder. Keep drawing that right hip back and down. It's going to be a little balance challenge here. 2 more breath cycles. Try to elongate with the in breaths, twist with the out breaths. Good. Now exhale, both hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, right leg back to plank. Push away from gravity. Exhale, rock forward, tippy toes, slow lower chaturanga, shoulders back, elbows in, neck is long. Then inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. So if your back feels tight, widen the legs, draw the shoulders back, anchor the quads, tops of the feet. Elbows can be slightly bent. I like to go straight. Everybody's a little different. Then exhale, tuck toes, hips up, heels back, downward dog. Sending your seat back and up. Draw the chest toward the thighs, collarbones brought in, and connect to your breath. Really find length in the back body. Really sink your heels. Triceps spiraling. Good. Now on the next exhale, let's go ahead and step the left foot forward, toes in line with the fingers. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, come up on fingertips as you straighten the left leg. Lengthen your spine. Good, exhale, bend the left knee, let that right hip dip. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten out that left leg. Good, exhale, bend. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten out that left leg. Exhale, bend. Now from here, really draw those inner thighs toward one another. Keep the arms down. Inhale, the spine rises up. Use those back muscles. Draw the left hip back, the right hip forward. Push the wall away from you. Press strongly into the ball of the back foot. Kind of feel like that is going to anchor you enough to get you to open up through the chest. Now turn the palms up. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, sink into your hips. Let the chest open up. Keep drawing that left hip back, the right hip forward. Breathe. Another breath here. Now we're going to turn the palms away from us. Exhale, sweep them back. Maybe the chest opens up a little more. Press strongly into that back foot as I lose my balance. Good, now exhale slowly, hinging from the hips, bringing the hands down, right wrist underneath right shoulder. Inhale, the left arm rises. Draw the left hip back and down, press strongly into the right palm, and then start to add that twist. So the more you can rotate to the right here, the more that left IT band is going to feel a bit of stretch. Keep lengthening the spine, press strongly into the back foot. Good, now exhale, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot, traction the tricep to the inner knee, keep the back foot squared, inhale, the right arm rises. So the right wrist is in line with the right shoulder. We're connecting to the breath, we're leaning into the supporting limb on the in-breath and trying to get a twist on the out-breath. Good. Now exhale, both hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale, left leg back to plank. Push away from gravity. Exhale, tippy toes, slow lower chaturanga, shoulders back, elbows in, neck is long. Then inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Draw the shoulders back, open up through the chest, collarbones broaden, pull the belly in. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Sending the seat back and up. Drawing the chest toward the thighs and allowing the collarbones to broaden. So really push the mat away from you with your hands. Drag the mat back with your feet. Get another breath cycle here. Good, now we're going to inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Decide if you want to walk, quick step, or hop to the top of your mat. Feet hip width, toes are in line with one another. We're hinged at the hips, hands can be on the ground. If you can't touch the ground, hold on to your outer calves. Draw the shoulders back. Lengthen your spine, get the hips directly over the ankles, feel the stretch here. Stretching into the back body. Now we're going to inhale, spine halfway up. Hands to the shins, or if you can bring your fingertips to the earth and keep a flat back, you can do that as well. Draw the shoulders back, seat back, chest forward. Exhale, hinge and fold. Soften the backs of the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive to a standing back bend, quads forward, tailbone forward, chest open, weight in the heels, knees soft. Then exhale, hinge from the hips and swan dive forward, hands on either side of your feet. Good, inhale, spine halfway up, hands to shins or to the earth, lengthen with the belly in. Exhale, fold. Let's step the left leg back to low lunge. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, bring the spine and the arms up to high lunge. Plug the shoulders in, lift the chest and lengthen the spine. Draw that right hip back. We're going to inhale, straighten out the right leg without locking the knee. Try to look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend the right knee. Sink into that left hip. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. Keep rooting the right big toe down. Exhale, bend. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now we're going to exhale, rotate the upper body to the right as we open the arms out to T. Look over your right shoulder. Push away from gravity. Make sure the chest draws back. Connect to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Good, on the next in-breath, return the spine to center as the arms rise up. Track the right knee to the right. Keep the back foot squared. Exhale, rotate the upper body to the left as you open your arms out to T. Keep drawing that right hip back. Another breath, inhale, elongate. Exhale, add a little more twist. Now inhale, spine and arms return to center. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Inhale to three-legged plank, pointing the right toes. Exhale, tippy toes to three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Anchor the quads, tops of the feet, draw the shoulders down, chest forward, and skull bone back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your seat is back and up, chest is toward the thighs, and the collarbones broaden as you connect to your breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next exhalation, let's go ahead and step the left foot forward, toes in line with the fingers. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhaling, spine and arms rise up to a high lunge. Draw the left hip back, plug your shoulders in. Reaching through the fingertips, look up toward the ceiling. Root the big toe side of the left foot down. We're going to inhale, straighten out the left leg. Keep hugging an imaginary midline. Exhale, bend. Try to sink that right hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. We're going to hold. Now we're going to exhale, rotate the upper body to the left as we open the arms out to T. Keep looking over the left shoulder. Inhale to elongate, add a little twist as you exhale. Good, next in breath, spine and arms come back to center. Track the left knee to the left, right hip forward, exhale, rotate to the right. Look over your right shoulder, breathe. Keep squaring those hips as the upper body rotates. One more twist on the exhalation. Good, now inhale, spine back home, arms rise up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Inhale, right leg back to three-legged plank. Exhale, tippy toes to three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Draw the quads down, tops of the feet down. Draw the shoulders back, open up through the chest, and draw the skull bone back. Take a little tiny, almost imperceptible tilt of the tailbone forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Sending your seat back and up. Draw the chest toward the thighs. Allow the collarbones to broaden and connect to your breath. All right, let's root the left foot into the mat. Inhale, the right leg rises behind us for three-legged dog. Keep squaring the hips and draw the chest toward the left thigh. Stretch into that left inner thigh. Now keep the right leg straight. Open up that right hip, spiraling the left rib cage to the right. Try to avoid letting the left shoulder drop. Then bend your right knee, flex your right foot, push an imaginary lever to the left. Get as much rotation as you can here without flipping. Then as we exhale, we're going to bring the right knee toward or to the right tricep. You're going to look over that right shoulder, see that connection, really pull in. Then inhale, three-legged dog, hips, pelvis square. Then exhale, big step forward, right foot, toes in line with the fingers. Drop and ground the back heel, front heel, back arch alignment, cartwheel up to warrior two. So take a nice long stride as your body allows. Draw that right seat underneath you. Track the right knee toward the pinky toe side of your right foot. Left heel turns out and the toes are turning in. Look over your right middle finger and keep sinking into your hips. Feel a stretch along the left outer calf. Breathe. Now we're going to go into exalted warrior, keeping that right knee bent. Inhale, the left arm goes down the left leg. Right arm rises. Try to reach your fingertips toward the wall behind you and look up toward the ceiling as you keep tucking and wrapping your right seat underneath you. Find your breath. Keep bending that right knee deeply. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Lifting through your chest. Good. Then exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. So almost to the point where your right rib cage touches the thigh. Then take the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Look up as your left arm rises. Taking this version of side angle for a moment. Keep pressing strongly into the back heel and push the mat away. Good. Now we're going to turn the left palm away from us, top of the hand to the small of the back, or to your right outer hip. You can stay there, drawing the left elbow back, or if you want to, reach your right arm underneath your right hamstring and bind here. In your bound side angle, looks good. Keep dragging that left heel away, draw the left shoulder back, try looking at your right big toe. So that's going to throw you off balance a little bit because you're going to watch your foot move around. Now, can you stay bound and straighten out your right leg? Now look up toward the ceiling. Breathe. Keep plugging that right thigh bone in, dragging the left heel away from you. We're going to keep that right leg straight. Keep dragging the left heel away. Now inhale, lift your spine up as you bring your right arm underneath your right shoulder, and then bring the left arm up. So now it's a really long form version of Trikonasana triangle pose. You can always go right hand to the shin. Breathe. Now keep wrapping that right seat underneath you. Exhale, sweep the left hand either to the right shin, top of the right foot, or the outside of the right foot. Draw the right hip back and open your right arm up to revolve triangle. You can adjust your legs, whatever you need. Yeah, breathe. Looks good. Keep drawing that right hip back. Another breath. Good. Now exhale, both hands down to frame the front foot. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. Bend your right knee deeply. Inhale, three-legged plank. You can always do full plank if the back is sore or tired. Exhale, tippy toes to chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Draw the shoulders back. Broaden the collarbones, draw the skull bone back. Then exhale, downward dog. Seat is back and up. Chest is toward the thighs and the collarbones broaden. So we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. Right foot roots. Inhale, the left leg rises. Keep the hips and pelvis nice and squared. Just try to float the left leg up. Now go ahead, exhale, open up the left hip, spiraling the right rib cage to the left. Avoid letting that right shoulder drop. Then bend your left knee, flex your left foot, and go to your edge. Try to get as much stretch as you can here without flipping. Good, now we're gonna exhale, bring the left knee to the left tricep, look over that left shoulder and find that connection point. See it in your field of vision. Then inhale, three-legged dog. Square the hips and pelvis. Then exhale, big step forward, left foot, toes in line with the fingers, drop and ground the back heel, take a nice long stride, and inhale, cartwheel the arms up, warrior two. So in your warrior two, again, start at your foundation. Left toes point forward, left knee tracks toward the pinky toe side of your left foot, and the left seat wraps underneath you. Right heel drags the mat away as the toes turn in. Keep sinking into the hips, lift your chest, draw the shoulders down the spine. Find your breath. Now we're going to inhale, take the right arm down the right leg, left arm rises, looking up toward the ceiling, reaching the left fingertips toward the wall behind you. Keep sinking into the hips, fanning that left rib cage out. Breathe. Another breath. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Now we're going to go ahead and try to exhale, go forward, forward as much as you can. Then take that left hand to the inside of the left foot as you look up, the right arm rises. Lean back into the supporting limb, look up toward the ceiling for this one. Keep wrapping the left seat underneath you. So now if that's okay, turn the right palm away from you, top of the hand to the small of the back or to your left outer hip. You can stay there, drawing the elbow back, or add on, reaching the left arm underneath the hamstring, and either interlacing your fingers or catching the left wrist with your right hand. Now try looking down at the left big toe, watching your foot as it moves around in this. Breathe. So remember, we're going to stay low. We're going to inhale, try to straighten out that left leg as we're bound. Breathe, lean back. Connect to your breath. Stay with me here. Avoid locking out that left knee. You can always lift the toes up if you feel any locking out. Now we're just going to gently inhale, lift the spine, bring the left wrist underneath the left shoulder, then inhale, the right arm rises up for a longer form version of Trikonasana triangle. Connect to your breath. Good. Next exhalation, right hand to the left shin, top of the left foot or the outside of the left foot, and inhale, the left arm rises as you rotate your right rib cage to the left. Draw the shoulders back, send that left hip back, avoid locking the left knee out. Keep dragging the mat back with your right heel. Another breath. Good, then exhale, both hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, come onto the ball of the back foot. Exhale, bend your left knee. Plant your palms. Inhale, plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, tippy toes to chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders. Cobra, anchor the quads and the tops of the feet. And then exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Stretch yourself out. Drawing the seat back and up. Look back at your feet. Connect to your breath. Really lengthen the spine. Good. Now we're going to inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, walk, quick step, or hop to the top of your mat. Let's do big toes touch, heels are 1/4 of an inch apart. Inhale, spine halfway up, hands to shins or to the mat. You just want to make sure your spine is nice and flat, or flat back effect. Exhale, fold. Soften the backs and the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive to a standing back bend, quads forward, tailbone forward, chest open, weight in the heels, knees soft. Now exhale, hinge from the hips and swan dive forward, hands on either side of your feet. Inhale, spine halfway up, hands to shins or to the mat. Exhale, fold, plant your palms. Even if you have to bend your knees, you're going to walk or quick step to plank or jump back, landing in chaturanga. Plankers, exhale, tippy toes to chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Now see if at the same time you can exhale, bend your elbows and hop up through the legs to go right back to chaturanga. So I can go first so you see it. So I'm going to exhale, pop up and go right back down and push down shape. Yeah. And then inhale, push, come back up to cobra. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Sending the seat back and up. Drawing the chest toward the thighs, collarbones broaden. Root the left foot into the mat. Inhale, the right leg rises behind you. Exhale, open up the right hip, spiraling the left rib cage to the right. Bend the right knee, flex the right foot. Decide if you want to stay here or flip your dog into wild thing or wheel pose. Connect to your breath. Lift those hips up. Good. Then we exhale, sweep the right arm around, pivot on that left foot. Right leg rises. Exhale, big step forward, right foot, toes in line with the fingers. We're going to drop and ground the back heel so it's front heel, back heel alignment. Inhale, straighten out the right leg. Frame your right foot with your fingertips to the mat. Step into that right foot. Reach your right arm back to frame the right hip, palm up. Reach your left arm back to frame the left hip, palm up. Good. Soften that right knee. Lift your right toes up. Parallel your spine to the earth. Connect to your breath here. A lot harder than it looks. Now from here, we're going to go ahead, keep the arms as is. Turn your feet to the left. So you're not using your hands. You're going to line your toes up with one another. Then exhale, hinge, bringing your head down toward or to the mat. Interlace your fingers behind you. Reach those arms up overhead. Keep hugging those inner thighs toward one another even as the legs go apart. Try to get those hips directly over the shoulders. Looks good. Breathe. Take a few more breaths here. So we're trying to get prepped for a little deeper stretch here. Good. Now inhale the spine halfway up, hands go to the small of the back. Turn your left heel out, more toes in. Now go ahead, bring your hands down to the mat, turn your right foot out to the right and bend your right knee. So you're basically in a warrior two in the lower body. Wrap the right seat underneath you. Now walk your hands toward the left corner of your mat and think of a downward dog upper body while the lower body is in warrior two. You can even come down onto your forearms if you wanted to here. Connect to your breath. Keep wrapping that right seat underneath you as you track the right knee away from you. Keep dragging that left heel away from you. Keep breathing. Drawing the shoulders back and the chest forward. About 3 to 4 more breaths. Good. Now we're going to go ahead, hug that right tricep toward the right inner thigh, both hands to the inside of the right foot now. Fingertips facing the same direction as the toes. Now we're going to inhale once again, straighten out that right leg, wrap that right seat underneath you. Take your right arm, sweep it halfway out to the right side of the mat, and then follow that by the left arm. Look over the right shoulder. You can even walk that left arm farther away from you and bend your right elbow towards you. So that's going to go right to that outer calf. Good. Keep breathing. Now we're going to inhale, frame the front foot. Exhale, come onto the ball of the back foot, bend the right knee. Inhale, plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, tippy toes to chaturanga. Inhale, thread the heart between the shoulders, cobra. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Sending your seat back and up. And the chest toward the thighs as the collarbones broaden. Root the right foot into the earth. Inhale, the left leg rises behind you. Now exhale, open up the left hip, spiraling the right rib cage to the left. Bend your left knee, flex your left foot. Decide if you want to stay here or flip your dog into wild thing or wheel pose. Open up through the chest and hips. Connect to your breath. Good. Now we'll exhale, sweep the left arm around, pivot on the right foot, left leg rises. Exhale, big step forward, left foot, toes in line with the fingers. Now drop and ground that back heel, front heel, back heel alignment. Inhale, straighten out that left leg and lengthen your spine. Tuck that left seat underneath you, pull your belly in. Now we're gonna reach the left arm back, palm up to frame the hip. Here's where that belly and back work kicks in, right arm back. Breathe. Keep lengthening your spine forward. Draw the seat back. Feel that IT band on that left leg really stretch. Now, start to rotate to face the right side of your mat. Without using your hands, line your toes up with one another. Then exhale, hinge and fold, bringing your head toward or to the mat. Once you're there, interlace your fingers, draw the hands up or over in front of you. Breathe. Keep sending the buttocks up, hips over those shoulders. Connect to your breath. Nice, slow, deep, steady breaths. Good. Now we're going to inhale, lift that spine up halfway. Turn that right heel away from you. Turn the left toes out. And go ahead and bring the hands down to the earth. Adjust as you need to. Really drag that right heel away. Now walk toward the front corner here on the right. Think downward dog, upper body, warrior two, lower body. You can bring your forearms, elbows down. Few deep, steady breaths. Keep tucking that left seat underneath. You keep trying to find space, dragging that right heel out. Mind your knee, especially that right knee. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. Really connect to your breath. Good, now we're gonna go ahead, bring that left tricep to the inside of the left thigh, fingers facing the direction of the left foot. Draw the shoulders back, inhale once again, straighten out the left leg. Now we're gonna take that left hand halfway down to the left side of the mat, or to the earth, and then take the right arm around as well. Lean a little bit to the left, look over the left shoulder, get into that IT band. Really root down into the big toe side of that left foot, drag the right heel away. Good, really connect to your breath. Good, now we're gonna go ahead, frame that front foot, come onto the ball of the back foot, exhaling, bending your left knee. Good, inhale, sweep back to plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, tippy toes, chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra. Draw the shoulders back, open up through the chest, collarbones broaden. Keep anchoring the quads. Then as you exhale, hug your inner elbows in, lower the belly, rib cage, chest, and chin. Gonna reach the arms behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles back, anchor the hip points and pubic bone. Then inhale, float your head up, chest up, arms up, legs up into a variation of locust pose. Keep opening up through the chest. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Feel that mid-back work. Keep floating those legs up, float the chest up. Keep the chest lifted, keep the legs lifted. Can you set your hands up for cobra? Fingertips in line with the chest, shoulders are back, elbows are in. Inhale, come up to cobra. Exhale, come to child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are apart. For a moment, let your chest rest, let your rib cage rest, let your forehead rest. Feel the lower back release. About 2 more breath cycles here. All right, so now what we're gonna do is walk the wrists underneath the shoulders. Shoulders are back, elbows are in. Inhale, sit up on your heels. Come into hero's pose. So we're either gonna do dolphin or headstand. So I'll cue through both and we'll go wherever our bodies go. So sit up nice and tall, draw the shoulders down the spine. Keep the ears over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. Now we're gonna take opposite hand to opposite elbow. You're gonna exhale, bring the elbows down and tuck your toes. So the elbows are perfectly positioned for your shoulders. You're gonna keep the elbows there. You're just gonna bring the hands, palms together in front of you. You can either interlace, actually you can either bring your palms down if you're going to dolphin. And in dolphin, you'll just lift your hips up, keep your head up off the ground, hug the inner elbows in, draw the buttocks up and look back at your feet. In headstand, you will cup the fingers. That free pinky tucks in front of the other pinky. Bring the crown of the head down, tuck it into your hands. Lift your hips up, and just like dolphin, you look back, only here your head is down. You're putting weight into your elbows, forearms. You're walking your hips in either pose closer and closer towards you. If you want to go up to headstand, you can lift one leg up. Usually that brings the other one up, and go upside down and stay here. Any variation you're doing, shoulders are away from the ears. Keep your eyes on one fixed point. Keep pushing the forearms into the earth. Keep your breath steady. If you need a rest, you take a rest. You take a child's pose in between. If you want to come back up, you will. You don't have to. So maybe another 30 seconds or so, either dolphin or headstand. Slowly making your way back down, bringing the knees to the earth and shifting back to a child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the mat. If your shoulders feel tired, go ahead and sweep your arms back by your feet, palms up. And because we did go upside down and possibly put some pressure in the neck, while you're in child's pose, turn your head to the right and just stay there. It's a nice way to stretch the neck out. Keep drawing your buttocks back. Good, then just turn the other cheek, giving the other side of the neck a stretch and a release. Good, then return the head to center. Then we'll go ahead and walk the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Shoulders are back, elbows are in. Inhale, sit up one more time in hero's pose. See how you feel now. Close your eyes for a moment. It's usually for me going into headstand, it's agitating while I'm in it, but then once I'm out of it, I feel a lot better, a lot calmer. Gently blink your eyes open, and then we'll go ahead and bring one of the butt cheeks down, and we'll go ahead and bring the legs forward, scooch forward a little bit on that mat. So we want to start off kind of at the front edge of the mat so we can lie down. I think I'll have us do a little bit of shoulder stand since we did headstand. So we're going to go ahead and walk those heels in toward us. Hold on to your hamstrings, and I want you to grow nice and tall. So the chest and the thighs making contact if possible. And then draw the chin toward the chest. Just give yourself another stretch in the neck. Now from here, keeping the chin toward the chest, you're going to lift your heels up, lift the balls of the feet up, and start to kind of rock back toward the sacrum, but not quite on it. Now you're going to unfurl those legs. Maybe the arms go to parallel. Flex your feet. Maybe the calves are parallel to the earth. Draw the chest toward the thighs, thighs toward the chest. Maybe you extend your legs up. So I'm going to hold on to my legs because I'm a little tired today. Flexing your feet, draw your shoulders back, connect to your breath. Keep breathing. Now what we're going to do from here is look into our bellies and then tilt the tailbone between the thighs. Start to place the sacrum down. Walk your hands up your legs. Start to place the lower back down. Keep the legs unchanged. Start to place the middle back down. The upper back down. The shoulders, the neck, and the head down. And then bring the ankles directly over the hips. Breathe. So what we're going to do here is open the legs apart, wider than hip width. Bend your knees toward your underarms and take a happy baby. So start with the hands to the hamstrings. Really nuzzle the rib cages into those inner thighs and reach the heels up toward the ceiling. Then move up to the outer ankles and use that to help you bring those knees closer and closer to the underarms. And then if you'd like to and can, hands to the outer edges of the feet and hang out here for a little bit. You can rock left and right. So I'm gonna get us to prep our hips and back as well as the hamstrings a little more for the whole shoulder stand sequence. So we'll do plow, shoulder stand, and come into Vinyasa or knee to ear pose. So I want to make sure that our back is limber, our hamstrings are limber. Now while we're here, hold on to the inner thighs, calves, ankles, or the inner edges of the feet, and open the legs apart to a V split. Flexing your feet, pressing those legs down and lengthening the tailbone away from you. Connect to your breath. You can rock left and right as you wish. Just make sure you're finding space in the hamstrings, so really flex the feet. Good. So then we're going to inhale, bring those inner thighs together, ankles over the hips. We'll start with the hands down by the hips. Keep your head on straight, shoulders are down. We're going to inhale, sweep the legs overhead so that the balls of the feet come down to the earth. Tuck your shoulders underneath you while your arms are still straight. Really try to shimmy those shoulders under you. Press the earth away from you with the shoulders. Then start with your hands to the small of the back and try to tuck those shoulders under a little more. Then as you get more comfortable and more on the shoulders, less on the neck, start to walk up the rib cage. Good, then reach one leg up, followed by the other leg up. And go ahead and be in your shoulder stand. So I invite you to do whatever version feels best for you today. I'm going to stay relatively still in my shoulder stand, but you're welcome to go to splits, whether it's V splits or Russian splits, whatever it is that works for you. Keep hugging those elbows in, keep reaching through the legs, connecting to your breath, inhaling and exhaling. About another 30, 40 seconds. Good. Now we're going to slowly go back to plow pose, transitioning legs back overhead, arms straight down on the earth for a moment. Good. Now you're going to inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and let your feet rest in your hands. Take a moment here. Use the hands to help you draw the heels away from you, toes toward you. Good. Breathe. Now we're going to bring the feet back down to the ground. Widen the legs about shoulder width. Bend your knees, bringing your knees towards your ears and tops of the feet to the earth. Hold on to your feet with your hands. Keep tucking the shoulders underneath you and try to get the knees to kind of hug the ears. Get the hips to draw closer and closer toward your shoulders. Nice big stretch for the back. Nice upward pose. Keep trying to draw the shins down toward the mat. Good. Now we're just going to straighten the legs to plow again. Let the arms be kind of overhead, palms up. And then slowly exhale, lower your upper back down. Lower the middle back down. Lower the lower back down. Let your hips anchor, the back of the hips touch the ground. And then with control, slowly lower the legs down all the way to the ground. Good. Once your legs touch the ground, you're going to point your toes. Good. And then you're going to take your hands, set them up for a variation of fish. We're going to exhale the arms down by the hips, palms down. We're going to tuck the right hand underneath the right buttock and then the left hand underneath the left buttock. Straighten the legs, point the toes, hug your inner elbows in and press the elbows on the earth. Imagine that somebody has a string attached to your chest. They pull your chest up toward the ceiling as you drop your head back. Pressing the elbows into the earth, open up here, draw the shoulders back. So maybe 10% of the weight distributed between your head and 90% into the shoulder, into the rest of the body, I should say. Just get a stretch in the chest, front of the neck. Breathe. Good, now inhale, float your chest up. Exhale, chin toward the chest, lower down. Undo the arms from underneath you. Good. Now we're going to inhale, bring the right knee into the chest. Wrap your arms around the right hamstring or shin. Good. Flex your right foot. Lengthen your right buttock away from you. Flex your left foot. Now we're going to exhale, curl the upper body up, nose toward or to that right knee. Now go ahead, straighten the right leg up. You can hold on to the hamstring, calf, ankle, and try to bring your forehead to the shin, shin to the forehead. Keep reaching your left leg away from you. Now we're going to exhale, release the upper body down. You can go ahead, if it's available to you, catch your big toe. If not, hamstring, calf, ankle. And you're going to keep your left hand, place it on the left hip point as you open your right leg out to the right, turn your head to the left. Flex your right foot, reach through your left heel, keep both shoulders down. Connect to your breath. Keep lengthening the right buttock toward the front edge of your mat. So you're still elongating through the right side. It's really easy to cant the right hip out. We want to avoid that. Really want to get into that hamstring inner thigh. Good, now you're going to inhale, bring that right leg up. And if you can, keep the right leg straight. If you need to, you can bend it. You take your right arm, open it out to T, left hand to the outer thigh, calf, ankle, or left big toe, and then roll onto the left outer hip as you turn your head to the right and take your right leg to the left. Nice IT band stretch. Lengthen your right buttock away from you. Keep connecting to your breath. Keep that right shoulder down. A couple more breaths here, feeling some of the IT band. Breathe. Good, now we'll bring the head to center, then inhale, bring the right leg up. And then open both arms out to T and exhale, slowly float the right leg down to the ground with control and feel the difference right side, left side. Good, now let's inhale, bring the left knee into the chest, wrap the arms around the left hamstring or shin, flex your feet, lengthen your left buttock away. Good, now exhale, curl the upper body up, nose toward or to that left knee. Notice any asymmetry, so my left side and right side feel very different. Now try to straighten out that left leg, hold on to the hamstring, calf, ankle, or foot. Draw the shin toward the forehead and the forehead toward the shin. Then exhale, release the upper body down. Hold on to your hamstring, calf, ankle, or left big toe, right hand to the right hip point. Exhale, open the left leg to the left as you turn your head to the right. Keep flexing that left foot, lengthen the left buttock away. Really find spaciousness in the pelvis there. Yet stabilize it at the same time, right? Both shoulders down, both buttocks down, both legs are, well, the right leg is anchoring down. Good. Now let's inhale, bring the left leg back up. Take your right hand either to the left outer thigh, calf, ankle, or catch the big toe. Open the left arm out to T. Roll onto the outer right hip and turn the head to the left. Holding on to that left leg, flex both feet, lengthen your left buttock away, and find your breath. Just a couple more breaths. Really enjoy the IT band stretch. Good, now we're going to inhale, bring the head back to center, then exhale, bring that left leg up. Open the arms out to T, and as you next exhale, slowly lower the left leg down to the earth and just feel that release. Good, now before we go to Shavasana, we're just going to bring the knees, both knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the hamstrings or shins, give yourself a squeeze, rock left and rock right. Good. Now slowly bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Let your legs drop out, maybe taking those feet to the edges of the mat. Release your arms on either side of your body, palms face up. Close your eyes and allow your body to drop. Taking deep in breaths and complete out breaths. Allow yourself to let your body rest. Allow the mind to stay focused on your breath. And let any and all tension drop from you to the earth. Good, now let's go ahead and wiggle the toes and the fingers. And then slowly rotate the ankles and wrists in both directions. Good, relaxing the arms and the legs. Let's bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Draw the knees in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your hamstrings or shins. Give yourself a little squeeze, rock left and right. Now let's roll onto the right side of the body. Pause for a moment in a fetal position here. And place the left palm to the earth in front of your heart. Let's inhale, come up to a cross-legged seat. Take a moment in your cross-legged seat to close your eyes. Rest your hands on your lap. And reconnect to your breath. Let's go ahead and bring the palms together in prayer. Bow the chin toward the chest. And let's take a moment to practice gratitude. Grateful for someone and something this evening. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Namaste.